All right, hi everybody. My name's Alex, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to raise an angel round with no network. So for starters, why am I credible to talk about this? Well, for one, I'm a founder. I started a company called Basestation, which builds software for waste and recycling haulers. Before starting this company, I had no network in tech. I never worked in tech. I didn't really know too many people in tech. But after starting the company, we ended up actually raising money from a group of angel investors, and over 90% of the money came from people that I'd never met before. So a few things before we start. This is advice for first-time founders with limited networks. I am not an expert, but I'm just sharing things that kind of worked for me. I think it's important to remember that raising money is a means to an end. The means is the money, and the end is building a great product that people actually want to use and pay you for. And I think people often conflate being able to raise money with success, and I think this is completely wrong. It's not about the fundraising headlines or who's on your cap table. It's about truly building something of value. And angel round doesn't have to mean friends and family round. There are people out there that want to support you. You just have to find those people. So this is how to raise an angel round with no network. So for starters, number one, and most importantly, just build something and gain traction. Just hack together an MVP and start selling. I think people get this so backwards where they focus on finding investors first, but it's about finding those customers, and this leads into the next point. Just start gaining traction, and what traction does, it allows you to establish trust and credibility with people you don't know. With no track record, no network, it proves that you're capable and that you're willing, you have the willingness and ability to execute. So number two, what you're going to do next is you're going to compile a list of main characters to contact. And what I mean by main characters are kind of well-connected and influential people in tech. That's what I call them. You're going to find them on Twitter, LinkedIn, in the media. I think Twitter's a great place for this. And a lot of these main characters happen to be angel investors. And a lot of these angel investors are just current or past entrepreneurs who've maybe sold their companies and they want to support other entrepreneurs. And I think as a first-time founder, you can definitely focus on funds. I think it's a lot harder as a first-time founder to raise money from funds. I think that angels are a lot more accessible, and I think they're great for providing you with advice, connecting you potentially with other investors, or investing themselves. So I really think angels are the true early believers in founders. So number three, you're going to consume a piece of content that they created. So you're going to watch a talk they did on YouTube. You're going to read a blog post they wrote on Medium. You're going to listen to a podcast. I'm effectively teaching you how to become a very well-intentioned stalker. And then in that content, you're going to find something that resonated with you. And this is really important for step number 4 because it's going to allow you to stand out. You're going to send a really concise and personalized cold message. You're going to email them. You're going to DM them on Twitter, which is surprisingly a really effective way to connect with potential angels. And the message is just going to be concise. It's going to kind of just be short, and 3 things. Why are you emailing them? Kind of a short intro. Use that personal anecdote from step 3 because it's going to allow you to stand out that you took the time to research them. And then up front, you're going to have the ask. I want advice. I'm looking to raise money. Whatever it is. Number 2, why should they care? This is your opportunity to sell yourself. What's your story, your vision? What's the traction of the business? Again, this allows you to build credibility. And then number 3, this is when can you connect? So this is kind of the CTA, let's meet, let's connect. So super short, this is an email I sent to somebody I heard speak at TechTO back in 2019, cold email. They did actually ended up investing in the business, but all you just have to do is send a cold, concise email. I don't have enough time to kind of keep that up there, but I'm sure they can send you the slides after. Okay, number 5, do not leave them alone until you hear a no. Usually, you will not get a response after the first message. Just keep going. It's going to take 2 or 3 cold outreaches to them. And even if they're not interested, I think it's really important as a founder to just build a habit of being persistent because this will help you well beyond fundraising. I truly believe there's nothing more powerful than a follow-up, whether it's in sales or fundraising. Nothing will get done without following up with people. So this is an email chain that it took me 9 emails to connect with a potential investor. And on the 9th one, he finally responded. Nothing ended up happening. We met and we went our separate ways. But again, just be persistent. And then number 6, use the first yes to get more yeses. Warm intros are much better than cold outreaches. Cold is sometimes fun, but warm is a lot easier and will be better for you. And then use social proof in cold email. So what do I mean by that? You're going to use the person's name who's kind of giving you the stamp of approval to gain credibility. So a lot of people claim to be contrarian, but I think a lot of people like to follow other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have somebody vouching for you, essentially giving you the stamp of approval to a complete stranger, you've kind of passed their screening filter where they're kind of willing to meet with you. So that's super important. And then number 7, this is probably the most important. Just be yourself. You don't need to impress anybody. Tell your story. Tell them why they should back you, and you're the one who's going to do whatever it is you say you're going to do. So in summary, this is how you raise an angel round with no network. Thank you. And just a quick little plug here. We are hiring at Basestation. So if you are a software engineer or you work in sales, come chat with me after, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Alex Tushinski. Maybe you can find it on the TechTO website, but yeah, that's my little plug.
Alex, I'm going to ask the first question. One thing that's very counter to most founders is saying get to a no. Why is it important to get to a no?
It's important to get to a no because you just don't want to waste your time. Your time is so valuable as a founder, which, fundraising should be a small component of what you're doing. At the end of the day, you want to optimize how much time you're speaking with customers, getting feedback, making the product better. You should be focused on 2 things as a startup: building a great product and acquiring and retaining users, and that's all that should matter. The fundraising, again, is the means to an end. So you want to get to a no because you just don't want to waste your time, and you just want to keep going and just keep moving.
I have a very important question, but it's all the way on the other side, and I have to go all the way around to get it. It's going to be worth it, though, right? They've set up many obstacles in between me and the way to get there, but I've done it.
Hi, I think I'll take this opportunity to plug myself as well. I'm a community lead for a York Angels network. So if you're looking to be an angel or looking for angels, please try to find me. But my question for you would be, if you're a first-time founder, how do you know what stuff to show, and how much are you white lying to angel investors, and what are you being completely truthful about? Because I feel like many people, just to get funding, they'll be like, oh, we can do this, but then later on in due diligence, you see that that's not really the case.
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I think what metrics can you share? I think if you can show that you're generating revenue, I think that's probably the most valuable thing to show an investor. But it kind of goes back to the first point of what I was talking about is you're trying to show that you're credible to a stranger who doesn't know you. So again, it's also part of kind of selling yourself and the story, and at the end of the day, they're taking a bet on you. So they're looking at who the actual person is, behind the company. So again, it's good to show revenue, but again, they're kind of taking a flyer on you. So you're selling yourself. So I don't know.
All right, you have 10 seconds to take a picture of Alex. Alex is going to stand beside the in summary slide as if he's telling you the summary for the first time here on the right-hand side. Right here in the white space.
Is this required?
Yeah, it's required.
Okay.
And they're going to take a photo. Look at all the pictures, and the camera's coming up. Zoom in. And now I know I really wanted. Yeah, look at the summary as if you're giving a really engaging. Yeah, perfect. You never took drama as a. No, what we're going to do, I tried to take a photo of that email you sent to a TechTO speaker. Yeah. With your permission, can we publish that in the newsletter as a template? We'll, of course, remove that. And that way, if you need to get in touch with Alex, can send him the email that worked for him.
Well, I'm just nervous. Someone's going to see the content of the email and figure out who it was that I emailed. I tried to block their name out.
We won't do that. We won't share them. But also, you said, will we share the slides? You can find Alex's presentation and all the other presentations tonight this week on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TechTO. Not a real URL. Just search for TechTO in YouTube, and you'll definitely find it. Round of applause for Alex.